Hey y'all, we're starting off this Black Mountain climbing vlog with Boulder Basin. We started our first climb at Room with a View, which is a V1. Other than it being a highball, I feel like this problem is fairly straightforward. The most common line is the one I've illustrated right here. It has jugs that are pretty apparent and then a huge lock off to get to the top. Now, if you're a shorter climber or someone that has a bit less of a reach, this is a big reach. Otherwise, my friend Abby has shown how you can go out left and then hit a more reasonable reached jug and top out there. And if you're like me, and both of those lines are a little bit too far for your shorter arms, then you can always throw up a high foot, which is a little risky when you're that high up, but that is what I did to successfully send the boulder. So there it is, 3 options laid out on how to top this boulder. The next boulder we hit up is the December Boulders Moondrops, which is rated a V5 to V6. This is about 100 feet from Room with a View. It starts off with a big mantle, which is not as hard as you think it is. Then you go out to these sloper/crimps. They're pretty decent crimps, but they're just hard to find. And then there's an optional crimp that you can reach up to before you go out to the fin. But some people used it, some people didn't. Hitting that big fin is really solid because it's a really good hold, but then going out to chuck the side pull is a big reach. Also pretty insecure with how you're positioned with high feet. There's also a hidden heel hook you can use as well. Otherwise, this top out is a little bit confusing to say the least. For lunch, we migrated to the Corral boulders, and for those of you that are familiar with Black Mountain, the Corral boulders are the ones that you drive up past to get to Boulder Basin. We re-warmed up on the gym problem that's in the roadside Corral boulder. It is a V1, and it's probably called gym problem because the holds are really decent. The only crux move I would say is the very first move, which is a pretty big swing out to a jug. Right behind the gym problem, there is the OK problem that is on the H boulder, and this one's a V4. I personally didn't give this problem many goes. I will say it's a very sharp rock, but the crimps are really decent. I've seen many different variations of people do this problem. Some swing out all the way to the left crimp and then finish the problem from there. Others kind of go along the right traverse to then hit the big jug on the top. I like that this problem offers many different variations to send, so that's always nice for the diversity aspect. The last problem we hit up in the day is on the Dillon boulder, and this is an unnamed sit-down start problem. And it makes me wonder why this one is unnamed or not that popular, because I had a really fun time doing this problem. It requires a huge press up on your right foot to pretty much stand up and then get this super solid heel hook that brings you really close to the wall. The second half of the climb is pretty questionable. Maybe that's why it's not that popular of a climb, because there's essentially no feet to top off the boulder, and the boulder top is a slab. So maybe that's why it's not that popular, but I will say the first half of it, very bicep-y, a lot of trust in your feet, and good heels, which are my personal favorite. question.
Yeah, you were like a photographer.
Yeah.